Hi guys, welcome to Robin Hood Diaries again today. Thanks for joining me. This is kind of an odd one. It's kind of a believe it or not, or you had to have been there or not, or something like that. It is weird. It's, as everything I say, dead true. And so let's just dive in. It had to do with me going on blind dates during the LA riots. So let's just narrow. I mentioned in my preview, actually, in the description, that I was actually at the intersection, the Reginald Denny intersection at Florence and Alameda, delivering escrow papers on a refi on my house at a sort of low-end Bank of America down there 24 hours before Reginald Denny was accosted during the riot. So this is 1992. This is what, guys? Mid 92, like Easter or something like that. And so you have to remember, Sean, is, during, like, what will make this story make sense is to maintain the idea that Sean, when he was doing this Lonely Hearts Club dating through the placement of personal ads and seeing what pops out of nowhere, I was doing it kind of fast and furious. Okay, this was that year. With my shows, there's that year and this year and that year, and this was this year. And so I'm hyper focused on this blind dating. We'll call it just that. That's code word for basically it was either through the ad, it's not tricking, whatever. Okay, so LA riots hit, but I had a date scheduled right kind of when it hit. So you were seeing it on the news, right? But it was different to look at it. And my date was in what is called Park La Brea. Now, Park La Brea was this post-war kind of uber modern blah complex of, like, what is it? 2 towers, 3 towers, 4 towers, and then lots of townhomes around there. My ex-wife moved there at one point. And so, point being, the date was in one of these towers, and the tower floor where the date was the top tower. So I don't know, they go way high. I don't know, 10 stories or whatever, however tall. They're really tall for that area. So the LA riots hit, like I said, I had just been in that neighborhood. It was really, as you can, I'm not going to describe what it feels like to be in the middle of the LA riots. We all know what went down. We all know what it looked like and what we saw and read and everything. So here I am with this date schedule. This is in and around, let's just say, I don't know, what was it, 4 like peak days. I think curfew days were 3 days of curfew days, evenings. So 3 dates, one as it's happening, one during curfew, and one after curfew had just lifted. Again, these are these hyper-focused kind of, Lonely Hearts Club dates from LA Weekly. Hey, LA Weekly. No message to you. Too delicate. So, first date, I go, and I've been seeing this on the news, right? This is before curfew day. So I have a date. Well, of course, I said in the preview, if it doesn't unlive me and it doesn't hurt anybody, I have at it. So I go to the top of this, one of the 3 towers of Park La Brea, and his unit is facing south. So that high up, with no obstruction, facing to South LA, saw everything. I mean, there's no other vantage point, unless you were in a helicopter, that you could see what was happening. So long story short, long story longer, we didn't, like, as one would say, hook up, whether we were going to have a drink in his place or go somewhere or whatever. Nothing happened, right? Why? Because I went into the bedroom, because he was like, it was like, come here, look at this. Like, as if, a nuclear bomb had just gone off. And he's like, look. And he has these bedrooms, why be that high up and not have a great view, right? And everything from Wilshire straight all the way down, as far as you can see, to Catalina was on fire.